Hey Kim, how's everybody doing today? For you guys who don't know, I'm Mike here with Imperial Tropicals, and today we're going to be looking around this warehouse, seeing some new fish, maybe not new fish, but definitely we got some new plants in. We're going to be looking around and see what we have available. So if you guys have any requests, or hey Kim, if you guys have any requests, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. Today we'll be looking at some new tanks we're going to get in this warehouse, which is pretty exciting. Hey Miguel, hey Kevin, Lynx. So how's everyone doing? What do you guys want to see? Got any questions? Just let me know. I'm going to turn you guys around. Hey Jesse and Cotton. So guys, we just got a plant order in today. We got some new stuff that we haven't had in a while. So here we have Crypt Retrospiralis. Really nice plant. It's been a while since we've had these, so I'm excited. I'll probably have to buy some myself. Hey RR, how's it going? R&R. So I'm seeing some of the requests come in, so I'll come back to those. I see you want to see some haps, peacocks, severums, umbies, any West African cichlids or tetras. As far as African tetras, all we really have are the Congos. So Jungle Vale looking good. Wisteria. There's an exciting one. If Drayden's watching, we got some. These are the red. Hold on, guys. I can't think of the name. The plant guy can't think of the plant name. The red ocelot sword. So these come in mostly immersed grown, so they ship better this way. What we do is we get them immediately underwater and try to get some new growth, so when they don't have to transition for you guys. We have Anubias barteri, Ludwigia repens looking good, Alternithera rechnicki. Got baby tears. Any bulbitis? No bulbitis, Dave. Classic Rotella rotundifolia, pennywort, and here are the best part of this order. We were able to get 12 lace plants. Now they're tiny, so we'll probably have them in the tank a week or two before we have them available. Make sure that, we get some new growth on these. But look how tiny this leaf is. So those will probably be available in about a week or so. But that's exciting. And then we got the Tanganyikan ovaceus, the Nana Golden, Anubias. We got the Anubias Nana. Looking good. So guys, that's pretty good size order. Sorry this gimbal sometimes has a mind of its own. More Loricarides you want to see. Sunshine plecos. We don't have any sunshine plecos, Miguel. Colored up rainbows. That's going to be in the greenhouse. So guys, great news. We are currently getting new internet set up on the other side of the farm. That's where we do all the breeding. That's where all the colored up fish are. So hopefully next week, maybe sooner, we can go live down there. We can see, well, not maybe sooner. I won't be here on the weekend, but hopefully next week we can go live, check out the greenhouses, check out some of the breeders. That's going to be exciting. So I know something we don't give a lot of love is West Africans. as far as what we have up here, it's kind of scattered around. So if I come across any, I'll point them out. Here's a nice one too, guys. The prices are probably about to drop a little bit on these guys. They haven't been moving, but this is the redfin boreali cadengos. There's some really nice colored up males in here, but it's a lot of females still and a lot of unsexed fish as well. They're getting some good color. They're about 3.5 inches. Sunshine plecos, no. Bill, -9 in Iowa. Yeah, that is too cold for me. Okay, red tiger severums. We get red tiger severums in. The issue is we've been getting them in and trying to breed them. So anything we get in, we've been saving for breeders with the red tiger severums. See a lot of requests to see various severums, so we'll go look at some severums. If there are any umbies, which I think there might be, they may have been moved to the greenhouse because they were getting aggressive. Now here's some. So these are wild. These were from Colombia. These are about 2.5 inches. And I'm pretty sure it was the umbies. We have another location of these as well. Alright. Severums. So let's go look at some severums. I see a lot of requests for that. A real popular one is the red spot gold severum. Now, that's something we don't breed here, but they are Florida bred. And we have some of those in the greenhouse on standby. So here are some green turquoise severums. So guys, earlier this week I had a customer emailing and they were saying, hey, I'm having aggression between my 2 severums. I have 2 males, can you get me 2 females? And I had asked the customer, hey, go ahead and send us pictures and we'll determine the sex of the fish for you. So they sent pictures and it actually ended up being 2 females. Now, how do you know male female severums? There's a couple different ways, but in my experience the best way has been by identifying the color pattern in the fish's face. So if you guys can see, let's go with this one right here. So you see that fish, you see in between the eyes there's a pattern there. That's gonna be a male. That pattern, right between his eyes and on his nose, that almost always, in our line of Heros fasciatus, we've noticed that's gonna be a male almost 99.9% of the times. A female in this strain is going to be something similar to this fish. This one right there. So if you look really close at this fish here, it has no pattern between the eyes. It's just the base color of the fish. I lost her. Oh, there she is, right there. So you see how there's no dots, no squiggly lines. We haven't noticed much in difference in body shape or fin size, but what I've noticed is a sudden girth. Sometimes the females are going to be a little bit smaller and they might be a little bit heftier. So there's a good example of a female, no pattern between the eyes. And down here, this is a different fish, but you can see just from the side without even a head-on view that this fish right here has spots in between its eyes, so that'd be a male. Let me find one more example. This fish right there, if I can get past the algae. Okay, right there. This guy coming up right there. That's going to have the pattern in between the eyes. That's a male. Versus this fish right here in the center, that's going to be a female. You see there's no pattern between the eyes. So pretty easy way to tell. It's going to be the same for red spot gold severums in most cases. Gold severums as well, but sometimes gold severums will have absolutely no spots at all. So it's not necessarily always going to work for them. So I see you got more people coming in. Hey Chevy, hey Shob, and OnlyFins. Yeah, no problem for showing the Umbies OnlyFins. What other requests do we have today, guys? I was going to show you a couple of the West Africans, but they were doing inventory and I didn't want to get in the way with the camera. Hey Adam, happy Friday. Also guys, the giveaway last week, the person who won did not email us back. We heard nothing from them, so next week we're gonna do another giveaway. Did you guys give me some ideas? Do you guys want to do a different fish, or do you guys want to do a raffle for the same fish? The same fish are still here. We can actually go look at them, see how they're doing. I haven't checked on them in a couple days. Blue orchid peacocks, we can do that, and Tanganyikans, we can show them as well. So it's in the middle of the day, so the fish isn't colored up, but they're in this tank with the peacock gudgeon. So this is the trio of Alani Wapoga rainbows. Nobody claimed it. The person who won didn't claim it. So would you guys next week want to do the same fish, or do you want to try to do a different fish altogether? Just let me know. We'll decide after reading your comments. So Chevy, we kind of do a thing like that. If the person who wins doesn't have the type of tank for the fish, what we do is we offer store credit, and you can use that to get whatever fish you want. So here's the Tanganyikan rack. We got some a breeding tank here. These are multis. Look at all the shells and all the babies. So those are always looking good. We got some Kygoma 7-stripe frontosa. Shob says store gift cards. That's a good idea. I know in the past we've done like $25. Got some Black Widow frontosa here. A lot of empty tanks, guys. Hopefully we're getting some fish soon. Firefin compressiceps. This guy's looking nice. Oh, scared him. Sorry, guys. Looks like we got only one or two. He went into hiding. But that was a Similis. These guys have some good color. They haven't been selling, but even at the small size, they have a good orange color. These are the Chatika orange compressiceps. Got some multipunctatus cruising around. Got the Burundi, Gelitochromis regani from Burundi. I think I showed these guys last week. These guys are looking really good. These are the Gelitochromis midnights. Yeah, thank you, Fish Fam. If you guys are having a great time, don't forget to show support with a thumbs up. Appreciate that, Fish Fam. See a lot of people liking store credit. Adam asking for a redo today. Adam, there's always tomorrow, buddy. Tomorrow's a fresh slate. Lemon Oscars. So let's get through the rest of these Tanganyikans and we'll go look at a few other fish that I saw requested. So there's some of the Tanganyikans, guys. This one hasn't really sold yet either. I'm not sure if they're on the website. I'm gonna have to verify. But these guys are cool, not something you see all the time. These are Lamprologus ornitopinus. And here's another favorite of mine of Tanganyikans. These are the Lulupi. So these guys are looking good. You can see there's some variation in the strain. We breed all of these here. The adults all look like this nice orangey yellow color. Every now and then we get a few that look like this and a few that look a little darker, but for the most part they're almost all this brighter color. All right. I'm blanking on one of the requests. I know it was in this section. Oh, here we go. Somebody wants to see the red humps. Redhead Tapajos, somebody also requested. We've been out of stock on those. And then the blue orchid peacock will sure not. So here's the red humps. These are wild caught. They're doing fantastic. We had some customers get some of these and they said they were having issues with them eating. My first reaction is these guys will eat anything for us. My guess would be it can be a water issue, whether the parameters aren't similar enough to the wild. Like here we're keeping them in about a 6.5 to 7 pH and TDS of around 100. My first instinct was that maybe this person's fish tank's water is too hard or the pH is a little too high. But that's just something to consider. For the most part, red humps have been really, they do really well transitioning into like tap water, city water. So just something to keep in mind though, if you are having issues, maybe you need a slow acclimation for them. And so blue orchid peacocks, that's a great one. Usually we have them up here in the warehouse, so I'm going to check. How about this iceberg fryer eye? He's hiding, but look at how aggressive his eye looks with the color. It makes it look slanted. It looks really nice. He looks like just a grumpy guy. So the blue orchids. Yeah, it looks like we have some, only a few, so just keep this in mind. Blue orchids seem to be more one of the timid peacocks, and usually only 1 or 2 fish will be dominant in the tank with full color. So unless one of these more dominant fish get pulled, the rest of them are going to stay colored down. So right now you can see most of them aren't showing color, but this one right here is coloring up. These Gold Harbor Island Lethrinops are looking really good. Also something to consider with these Gold Harbors is we've found that they're not as boisterous and aggressive as some of the peacocks and haps. So if you get them in your mixed tanks, sometimes we've seen issues with aggression because they are less aggressive and they don't seem to hold their own as well. We got the undue points, the green face undue point. They have some good color on them. deep water haps. Look at this guy. He's really showing off. He's glowing right now. All right, what other requests do we have? I saw another request for Alishan and wild Tanganyikans. I'm not too sure on what we have in for wild. Any wild Tanganyikans we got recently, we kept them all for breeders. So we had a bunch of wild compressicept types that we kept. We had some wild, what else did we have? Cyprochromis types too. We had a couple wild Cyprochromis types, and we had a couple wild Tropheus types. Now, these aren't wild, but these were from a customer. These are some Icolas. I don't know if we're gonna sell them or use them for breeders, but these are all males. So we may be keeping those. These Petricola, or Petrotilapia microgallana, or the Nakata orange, these guys are really cool. They have really good color. Even at this smaller size. So I was walking back here to see about some rainbows. I do see a lot of requests for rainbows. Here you go, they got the Millennium. So Millenniums are a really, really nice rainbow. I really like that if you did a species only tank, what I like about these is, yeah, the females are this olivey silver color, but they actually look really nice and they kind of sparkle. So it's nice to have the red and kind of goldish next to each other in like a species only tank. They make a really nice school. Then right next to them we got the Irians, or some people call them Iranian, but it's Irian, the Irian red. You can see here the females in these, they're not as drab as the Millennium females, so that they'll have a little bit of coppery redness to them, but the males aren't as nice in my opinion, but they do get like more of a shimmer than the Millenniums do. Here we got some Liberifer Severums. I know it's not the Severum most people think of when they think of Severums, but these are cool. These are the mouth-brooding Severums. Try to beat this glare for you guys. These are the mouth-brooding Severums. Very cool fish. They get really big. They're pretty, besides to each other, they're pretty docile from what I've seen. They don't really fight too much, but they will fight in our breeding tanks with each other. Here are some Melanitania splendida rubra striata, and these are from Cavor Village. They're just starting to color up. We've had these for a while now. They're finally starting to show differences in sex and color. Here's a West African. Here's the Nicolsi, the Pseudocreniblet. Here, I'll just show you guys. Pseudocrenilabris nicolsii. These guys are great. I've talked about these in the past. I've kept these guys in planted tanks with tetras and with South American tetras and rams and things, and they did just fine. I don't recommend that, but they're very aggressive interspecies wise, so they're gonna really be aggressive towards each other. But I've found when I had them in my planted tank, they weren't that aggressive. But like I said, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend mixing fish from different continents, but I'm not saying I haven't done it. Yeah, Alishan, they're really nasty towards each other from what I've seen. I had a small breeding group and they did fine for a while. Then one day the male just kind of turned and killed everybody. That's the Cali Bayou rainbows. Got your neon dwarf rainbows. These guys are always glowing. See if we can get them swim back by. There you go. If anybody wants to get into breeding and you're a beginner, you're new, I highly recommend looking into rainbow fish. Sorry guys. This gimbal, sometimes when I make a turn, it just keeps turning. But rainbow fish are a really good beginner breeder fish. The only thing is they grow really slow and the fry are tiny, so you have to get good at feeding tiny foods to tiny fish. Those are the crimson spotted rainbows. Oh, here you go, guys. This is a nice one here. This one, not as popular as we thought it was going to be. We stopped breeding this fish, so get them while you can if you're interested in them. These are the Aru rainbow fish, or the Melanitania picta. The males always look really nice when they're, especially first thing in the morning when they're ready to spawn and they're showing off to the females. This is one of the, in my opinion, cooler, less known rainbows. They have really nice long fins. You get some reds and oranges in there that you're not going to see right now, especially with this blue background. Yeah, it's not coming up on the camera at all, but they have nice reds and yellows in their fins. Here's the Aves Creek Bosemani. Here are the Wanamensis. Now these are a really nice one as well, with really nice fins. And this is one, you're not going to see their true color in this tank really, but they can change color on at the flip of a switch. They can go from emerald green to blue to having some reds. What's really nice about these guys is their the males have really long extended fins, like anal fins, and they'll start to, like, I can't really explain it, but they'll start to get like shredding in the fins and they'll just continue to grow a little bit longer. And what's cool about this rainbow is they will just, I'm telling you, the color will just change like that, especially when the males are trying to show off to a female, or if they're fighting between two males over a territory. But right now they all just kind of look like an olive green in this tank, but they have a lot of like red striping in them, some blues, some greens. So that is the Wanamensis. So the emerald rainbow fish. So I'm just reading through some of your guys' comments. I'll show you. I did see a good question earlier, and I don't remember who asked it, but somebody asked, why aren't the flagfish, the American flagfish, why aren't they more popular? And I have an opinion on that. I'll share you my thoughts. You guys tell me what you think. So the American flagfish, they can be pretty feisty. Now they're really, really good at cleaning algae up. Here's some here. Now, if you guys have hair algae, it's just stubborn, you can't get rid of it, these fish are going to be great. They'll eat it as long as you're not feeding them too much. They'll eat up the algae and you'll be happy, your plants will be happy. But the thing with these guys is I've noticed they can be pretty fin nippy with other fish, and I've also noticed they can be pretty aggressive with the plants. So if they're trying to pull algae off that plant, I've just seen them uproot entire tanks, like one little plant at a time, just pulling algae out along with the plant. So that's my opinion. I think they can just get a little bit too aggressive for a classic kind of community planted tank, where they'll just like chase fish down. They're not necessarily going to kill them, but it just kind of disrupts the nice calm flow of the tank. So yeah, guys, you guys have any last minute questions? Yeah, Chevy, they can be like that. They can get a little nasty, but they're not outright killers. I'll equate them kind of to what tiger barbs can do to a nice community tank, kind of how they can just create a little bit of chaos. Not necessarily going to go kill everybody, but I might get a little nippy, chase some fish down. So Cyprichromis, I'm not sure we have any available, but we do breed them here and we've been having success. So I'm not sure if we have any for sale. Usually they're up here at these top tanks. What do you guys think of this guy? This is a Maphangarox, Metrioclima Emilitos. Been thinking about what you seeing, what you getting this fish. He's really nice. He's probably 4.5 inches. So, been thinking about putting that on the website. We do have juveniles available, but we just got this guy so we could get pictures for the website on the juveniles. So for you guys who are newer to our website, what we try to do on our website is show you a picture of the fish that's available and show you a picture of what the fish will become. Now normally the picture that's going to be up on the website as the first picture you see is going to be a picture of a mature adult fish. So with every listing we try to have the best photo of a full mature fish, and then if we can, a picture of what's actually available. Here guys, we got the Cardinal Tetras looking great. Yeah, guys, I think I might put him as a what you see, what you get on the website. I think he'll do really well. Somebody will be happy. One last thing I want to show you guys is those guppies that are on the what you see, what you get. Really cool fish. I know I talked about it last week. I want to talk about them again because we're breeding these guys here, so we have a lot of them. Let's see if I can find the male. I see the females. There's the male. So this is the what you see, what you get blue-green dragon mosaic guppy. So there's a trio that's currently available. So those guys are looking really nice, and this one is actually my favorite of the two. Not as much pattern, but the color I just really like. This is the what you see, what you get German platinum guppy. It's actually really hard to film the male because the color is so bright. And like I was trying to say last week, what's really cool about these guys is the view from above. Now, you're not going to be able to see it with all this water flow, but I'll see if I can get him on camera from above. So these guys look really good in a pond setting. And hopefully you guys can see him there. He's running away. But these guys do really nice if you live in an area where you can do a pond or a tub of guppies. These guys would look great. Imagine having a couple hundred of these guys just glowing in the sun in a tub. Really cool. These guys also glow, the males with that blue-green on the head. really stands out. Let's see if it's currently, if we can get a view of it. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that that stands out pretty good too. So we are breeding these, and we have regular pairs, males, females available, but these are what I consider to be perfect for what we're breeding them for, like as far as specimens. So you could get these exact trios. Jay says he loves the flagfish. Yeah, they might not. Maybe you're feeding them a little bit too much protein, Jay, where they bloat it up. So maybe just cut back on like a lower protein food. But I do know they're gonna naturally eat some proteins in the wild, so it shouldn't be too. You shouldn't be too picky with that. And so here's some festivums. Kevin, you didn't. I'll go show him. And then we'll wrap it up for today. I walked right past him several times, and sorry if I didn't meet any of your guys' requests. So we'll look at the lemon Oscars. So I talked about them last week. I'll talk about them again really quickly. We'll get a far back shot first. So you can see they have a yellowish, orangish color to them, but they're not that yellow, like lemon color you'd expect of a lemon Oscar. We ordered them as lemons, but you see there's a lot of black in them. And so what we've been selling, we are selling these as B grade. And that's just because we're not too sure if they're gonna turn out to be really nice lemons or if they're just gonna kind of be like mutt colors. Last week I was explaining I've seen albino Oscars look like this, and once they got into a new tank where they have more room and they're happy, they lose all those black markings and they color back up to what you would expect. So I'm hoping that's the case, but we're not sure, so we're selling them at a lower price as B grade. Yeah, Susan, those guppies are really cool. I hope someone gets them and breeds them outside, and then they just get to enjoy and see how they look from above, because they look better from above, in my opinion. They look great in a tank, but they look really good if you're looking at them in a pond setting. So guys, that's going to be it for today. There goes the gimbal again. Sorry about that. Let me know, comment. I already saw a lot of comments, but if you're watching after the fact, let us know if you guys want to do the rainbow fish or another fish for the giveaway, because we have the 3 Alani Wapogas. It would be the same trio, or we can do another fish. Also, saw a lot of comments about gift cards. We can do that as well. But it's not going to be a huge amount. It's just a little amount. We like to give back when we can. So thanks, Kim. Kim, just want to touch on it about your order. Really sorry that the plants took so long to get to you. Keep us updated on that, because anything that doesn't come back, we will work with you on that. So thank you guys. Thank you, Kim, Chevy, everybody.